The last thing I want to talk about, and I was absent yesterday, so I didn't have a chance to talk about it, but did any of you guys see this story about, from BBC and ProPublica about Alberto Salazar and the Nike Oregon Project and alleged doping? You see anything about that?
Yes.
And we talk about how cycling has consistently had this problem with doping and things like that, but BBC ProPublica documentary comes out, says that former runners and coaches with Salazar, who, as you might know, famous for winning the Boston Marathon in 1983.
They coerced.
That they've coerced and they've done things that have either come right up to the line or, they blatantly accused him of anti-doping violations and things like that. So one of the runners is Kara Goucher, who is a former University of Colorado runner, and she is one of the people featured quite prominently in his report, saying, I felt that his win-at-all-costs attitude and his desire to win was even putting my health at risk, because he'd tell me to take these things, and none of this, there's no smoking gun. It's not like, Tyler Hamilton coming out and saying, like, I had the bags connected to me, Lance was right across the hotel room from me, and we were all getting dope. So it's not quite to that level. But with something like this, and Nike was quick to sort of swarm around and defend them, like, is this the next big doping scandal in track, or is this just going to kind of float away?
Well, my response to that is that that Marion Jones's husband and coaches of the track association in the Olympics were banned from participating, being around the Olympic program. And I don't think this is as big a story as that. No. But I think because people who, I've always maintained this, people who run marathons, that's the only people who are really interested in marathons for the most. We get up for the Boston Marathon or New York Marathon. I don't think it's going to be as big an explosion of a story, except when you mention the name Nike, that brings a lot more attention to it. And so I think
tons of money. This is my take on it. I think that like a lot of competitors, and this is like any sport, you do everything you can to figure out how to win. And in a lot of cases, these guys are trying to do it like, how far up to the line can I go? Can I rub, a testosterone cream on my legs to help, but not trigger a drug test? That's the kind of
guys, I wonder if we won't reach a point in the next 15 years, 20 years, where you can take whatever you want to.
I don't see that ever happening. I don't see that ever happening.
There will always be controls over.
They may not be effective.
Steroids are legal for people like me and you and Les. I just think at some point there's going to be a major case where it's all going to come out, but I just think at some point in the future of the United States, sports is either going to have to just say, take whatever you want to.
Well, Alberto Salazar and the running community need to send a thank you letter to Sepp Blatter and FIFA, because nobody's talking about the scandal that you just brought up. Everybody's talking about
I will say within the running community, this is huge news, because the accusations and the rumors have been around for years and years and years.
It's very insular.
The fact that one of their runners that won a silver medal in the Olympics is, and was he cheating, and, yada, yada, yada. Yeah. So I think this is unfortunate. Well, I wouldn't say unfortunately, but this is not a smoking gun. This is not, okay, this is a watershed case. Does it open the door a little more? Yes.
Dan, thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Dan Petty, DenverPost.com. That's what's trending now. Brought to you by John Elway Cadillac at Park Meadows, Colorado's #1 Cadillac dealer.
When you go to buy a car, what do you really want? You probably want a lot of cars to choose from. And you want the dealership's best price. Not some starting price or target price, the best price. And you want it immediately, not after hours of negotiating. And you want a salesperson who doesn't get paid more if you spend more. Because, well, you don't want to spend more. Well, you're in luck. John Elway wants all of those things too. Better yet, John Elway wants you to have all of those things too. Come see us or click on elwaydealers.com.